Hello everyone, Angry Patriot here. I've been following the events over the last couple nights in Charlotte, and what I see is disturbing, to say the least. Now don't get me wrong folks, I'm all for protesting a grievance. If you've got something that has aggravated you to the point where you want to go out and protest, I applaud it. I support it 100%. But when those so-called protests turn violent and become lawless mobs and end up causing looting and arson and other forms of lawlessness, well, that's where I draw the line, folks. Because you're not hurting anyone but yourselves and the community that you live in. When you destroy a business or loot a business, you're not hurting anyone in government. They could care less. They're going to operate irregardless of what you do. They're going to still be business as usual. In fact, your acts of lawlessness and disobedience might make their job more secure, because when you take it upon yourselves to do these acts of disobedience, that pretty much secures their job for them. Because what they'll do is they'll approach the citizens of the city that they live in or the state that they live in and say, see, we warned you about what was going to happen and now it's happening. So if you elect us, we will clean it up. So folks, again, I'm not against any lawful protest. But when I see these protests turn violent and into a lawless mob that go out and loot and commit acts of arson and assault and other crimes, well, you lose all support from me. And I'm pretty much not alone here. If you want to play into their agenda, if you want to give them the ammunition that they need, keep doing what you're doing. Keep going out and committing these acts of lawlessness, because you're playing right into their hands. You're giving them the ammunition to implement their agenda. Because I guarantee you keep doing what you're doing, the next step that you're going to see is martial law is going to be declared, and it's already been declared in certain places. But it's going to be spreading further and further and further, because they're going to say, we got to keep this from spreading, so we're going to have to put martial law in the whole county. And the next thing you know, the adjoining counties will be affected. Next thing you know, the whole state will be affected, and then the whole region. And then before you know it, folks, guess what? The whole country. And if you think for a minute that they won't implement martial law on the complete United States of America, keep doing what you're doing, and you'll see it come into fruition. Because we're this close to be occupied by the United Nations. And all that Obama is waiting for is one more event that he can utilize to implement martial law upon the United States of America. Again, if you want martial law upon this country, then keep doing what you're doing. But if you value freedom and liberty and the right to peaceful protest, well, it's time for you to take the initiative and to tell these pieces of shit to stop. Tell these pieces of shit to cease and desist. Because they're not doing anything but undermining the freedoms that we do still have and are barely holding on to by the skin of our teeth. If you want the United Nations to have their troops occupying this country, then the only alternative is to keep doing what you're doing. And it will be implemented. But the choice is yours. I've warned you. Other true American patriots and men of God have warned you. But it doesn't seem to be soaking in. It doesn't seem to be registering up here. Instead, all you care about is, oh, what's Kim Kardashian doing? Oh, I wonder what Jay-Z and Beyonce are doing. Oh, man, isn't Caitlyn Jenner sexy tonight? You people are, you got something off up here. You need to refocus. You need to have a cup of coffee, sit back, take a deep breath, turn off that damn television, open up the Bible and read it. Get down on your knees and ask the man upstairs to come and give you enlightenment and discernment. Because what's going on, folks, is playing right into the hands of Satan's agenda. Use what God gave you. Use it. There's a time and a place for us to take our stand, and we will, when God gives us that green light. But don't make it more difficult than it needs to be. Folks, this flag behind me says, "Don't tread on me," for a reason. And while I'm all for liberty and the right to protest a grievance, when you take it upon yourselves to create this state of anarchy, you're playing right into the hands of Satan's agenda. And he will take every inch that he can get. God bless you. God bless our troops. God bless my fellow veteran, patriot, Christian, and citizen brothers and sisters. And most importantly, may God bless America and the world. Angry Patriot, out.